I have seen my daughter leaving the house about 3 times around 8 p.m. in the evening and did not say anything, and different men dropping her off. My name is Ada, and this is my story. My husband abandoned me, saying he can marry someone out of wedlock, which he was the one who got me pregnant. A few months earlier, I found out I was 2 months pregnant. When I gave birth to her, she was the most beautiful baby, and she reminded me of my husband. I love her so much and pamper her. I ignore anything, whether good or bad, because I could not bear to discipline her. Sophia was just 21 years old, and she was very beautiful with a slender body. I have been planning on financing her to attend the university. As she would always say, "Mommy, it's a very good friend of mine that I wanted to visit, and I won't be long." Good friend of yours, is it every day at this hour? "Mom, leave me alone. I'm tired," she said, and left to her room. Sophia, Sophia, how many times did I call you? As you see me here, you're the only family I have left. My husband abandoned me after getting me pregnant, and I used my last kobo to train you up. "Mommy, they are just my friends." "Friends, you say? Oh, so they are the ones you usually sneak out to meet at night, Abby?" One day, she said she was going to evening service, but my daughter got home from church late at 9 p.m. I sat calmly in front of the gate waiting for her. Meanwhile, I had called their pastor, who informed me that they closed at 6 p.m. and that the service did not exceed 2 hours. Fear gripped me when I saw her because of her state. I focused my touch at her, and I noticed she was startled, as if she has been in a fight, and that her clothes were fitting. The Bible was nowhere to be found, and her eyes were red. "Sophia, where are you coming from? Where is your Bible? And what happened to your eyes?" I questioned anxiously, placing my 2 hands on my waist and staring at her. "Please, Mommy, are you normal? I'm asking you where you're coming from, and you are opening your stupid mouth to tell me nonsense." I said, "Where are you coming from?" I repeated myself, slapped her on her face. Despite all of my tirade, she just stood there sobbing in silence. I then began to beat her. I gave her the beating of her life. But she did not talk to me. The next morning, when I went to check up on her, she was still crying. I was angry with her because she won't tell me anything. When I went back to the house, I saw my daughter laying down, holding her stomach in pain as blood was rushing from her abdomen. I quickly rushed to the clinic and bought some drugs, of which I gave her and she swallowed. I laid her to the bed, covered her with one of my thick, long mattresses, and sat close to her. When her temperature had tranquilated, I began to cry. "Sophia, I'm sorry, but why didn't you tell me you were not feeling fine?" Mommy, she said. She couldn't say anything to me. It's okay. Hope you've eaten. Take this food." She nodded. "Please just rest, okay?" I sympathized with her, pecked her, and left. But She was on her bed, sobbing uncontrollably. Sophia, what is it now? Talk to me. Why crying? I muttered, removing her hand. She just looked at me and removed her face, refusing to talk to me. My daughter was always returning home at night, always badly toned and crying. 3 weeks later, I started to realize that some of my money began missing, and every time I asked my daughter about it, she would say that she had no idea. Meanwhile, I have been noticing that she was always blanking out and she would stay in her bedroom regardless of all my questions regarding her health. She would always tell me she's fine. A few days later, after coming back from work, when I got home, I hurried to her room. I saw her there, panting rapidly and staring straight ahead, as blood was rushing from her body. I sat next to her and I found some abortion pills. My daughter, you've killed me, oh. I tried getting her attention by tapping her, but she wasn't responding. Jesus, this girl have killed me. Sophia, talk to me. Why do this to yourself? Why kill yourself, child? This girl have killed me. My eyes were soaked with tears. She was just lifeless and her body was cold. I quickly rushed her to the hospital, and the doctor said there was nothing he could do, that we came late, that the pills has completely destroyed her, and that she had aborted many babies. Right in my front, they put cotton wool in her mouth, nose, and ears. I fainted twice. I have killed my daughter. I should have taught her the lesson of life. Now, I am nothing. I lost my daughter and my only child. Please, mothers, always train your children well.